This is the second part to the Unit 6 review for the retest. So they want me to do a line plot. And so basically what a line plot is I'm just going to list every time a value comes up. So I'm going to go ahead and label this out. Okay. So this is 8 students who took an extra credit quiz for the history class. The table shows the scores. So basically I'm going to put a check mark by every score. So look at Bob got a 10. Jane got a 9, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Every time I see a 9 or an 8, I'm going to list it. Okay? So that's how it works out. Then they want me to calculate all the data. So I got to go ahead and add all these up to find the mean, which is 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 1. If I add all those up, and I'll divide by how many there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I punch that in my calculator and work that out, I'm going to get 7.5. And then the mean is the one that comes in the middle, right? The median, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the middle is 8. The mode is the one that occurs the most, so there was 3 8s. Okay? And the range basically tells me, okay, subtract the highest one from the lowest one. And the highest one being 10, the lowest one being 9. 1, sorry, gives me a 9. And then they ask me, which one do you think is best to describe the data? And I'm going to say the median and the mode. Okay. Now, if you remember back from early on that first page, we asked them, you know, when the golf instructor got a really low score, is that threw the scores off. If you look at this, most of the data is between 7 and 10, and there's this 1 to 1. And that's what forces our mean down to 7.5, where most of the data is kind of in this 8 range, 8 to 9 range, where it's pulling us down. So I'm going to use my median and my mode as the most accurate forms there. Okay. Last page here. The drama team, or the drama club, sold some tickets. Okay, they sold a combined 435 tickets to a matinee and evening performance. So look at it. I'm going to fill this chart in. I know that they sold a total of 435 tickets. Okay. Then they say of the 186 tickets told for the matinee. So here's matinee. Sold 186 for the matinee. 74 went to adults. Of the 249 tickets sold for the evening performance, okay, so 249, 190 went to students. So just to double check on my calculator what I'm going to do, make sure so far that I'm okay, I'm going to say 186 plus 249, and that does equal 435. So that means I'm so far I'm so good, okay? So now I got to figure out what's this. Well, I have an 186. So I do 186 minus 74, and that gives me 112. And I do the same thing over here. 249 minus that will tell me how many go right there, and that's 58. Now I want to know, well, just how many adults took it. So that's going to be these ones and this one, and that's 132. And then how many total students? 112 and 191. And just to double check, I'm going to make sure these two also add to 145. So 132 plus 303, and that worked to 435. So I am good to go.